That's right, people. We're here versus Mr. MikeHaley. Some of you might know him as Herm Daily, but we are here with a Pokemon battle again. This is actually we're gonna go over the replay here. We don't have the live recording. I did record the battle live, but unfortunately the audio did not pick up. Um, Honestly, the live recording was just too brutal to show. But yeah, so we're just gonna watch the replay here. I'm gonna go over it turn by turn, explain my thought process and how the game went. So we're up against a team of Stoutland, Steelix, Mismagius, Cinderace, Tentacruel, and Buzzwole. First thing that stands out to me versus his team was that he brought Stoutland with no Tyranitar. We don't see Tyranitar at all. I'm really surprised we don't see Tyranitar. I thought that thing was a big threat to my team. We also don't see Reuniclus, which I'm really happy about. I was worried about Reuniclus being able to set up and be a nuisance. But we have some nice sets here. I actually have Choice Scarf Kyurem to be able to outspeed stuff like Cinderace and Mismagius. Defensive Umbreon, Corsola, and a physically defensive Rotom Heat. Physically defensive Rotom Heat for Cinderace and Mega Steelix, also Buzzwole. We've got a nice muscle band, 4 attacks, Digger's Bee with Earthquake and Bounce for Buzzwole and Quick Attack, and you'll see the Chestnut set later. So let's just see here. I'm going to lead with Rotom Heat because I like Rotom Heat as a lead. It's good versus Cinderace and Buzzwole, but he makes a nice prediction and leads with Tentacruel, predicting my Rotom Heat. Now, I don't want to stay in versus Tentacruel because this Tentacruel will be faster than me and can just hit me with a Scald, which I don't want to take. So looking at what I want to do here, I can switch into Umbreon to take the Scald, or I could switch into Kyurem to take the Scald. I don't really think Tentacruel can threaten Kyurem in any way. Kyurem is pretty naturally bulky, so it should be able to take anything Tentacruel wants to go for, and I could threaten it with the potential Freeze Dry. So I'm going to pull the switch here into Kyurem, as he actually makes a nice prediction here and goes for the knockoff turn 1. So I lose my Choice Scarf turn 1, which at first I'm really bummed out about because now Cinderace is going to outspeed everything on my team. Mismagius is going to outspeed everything on my team. I lost my check to those two Pokemon, so that's not good for me. But it's actually not that bad because now my Kyurem can switch up moves. So right here versus Tentacruel, I actually don't have the Freeze Dry on the set. I have Draco Meteor, Ice Beam, Earth Power, and Focus Blast. So I'm going to fire off the Earth Power here. It covers the Steelix switch if he wants to go into Steelix, and it hits this Tentacruel super effectively. So I'm just going to fire off an Earth Power and see what he wants to do. As he does make the Steelix switch, and this Earth Power does a lot. This is obviously pre-Mega Evolution Steelix, so this Earth Power does way too much to Steelix, and I can freely just go for it again, as I don't think he wants to stay in and lose his Steelix like this too early. So I'm going to go for Earth Power again, as he goes into Buzzwole to resist Earth Power. But luckily for me, I lost my Choice Scarf, so now I am no longer locked into Earth Power, and I can switch up moves here, and I can just fire off a Draco Meteor. So that's what I'm going to do. I don't think this Buzzwole is going to be max speed. If it was max speed, it would outspeed me, but I'm gonna take the gamble here and say this Buzzwole is not max speed. And judging by how much Earth Power did, I think Draco Meteor will be enough to take out this Buzzwole. So I'm just going to fire off a Draco Meteor here, and boom, take out the Buzzwole. So we get Kyurem in. He loses his Choice Scarf, but he's just being a menace already. But now that we get the special attack drop from Draco Meteor, this is an opportunity for him to bring out his Stoutland, which we see now is not Intimidate either, so it must be scrappy to be able to hit the Corsola, which makes sense. I'm assuming it's probably Choice Band, but like either way, I don't really care because Corsola is physically defensive, and physically defensive Corsola can deal with Stoutland all day, even if he goes for the Crunch. I don't think it's going to do more than 40%, 50% tops. And we have the Strength Sap, so I'm not really worried. I'm just going to switch into Corsola here to take whatever Stoutland wants to go for, as he actually goes for the Superpower. We take that comfortably and get the Cursed Body, which is nice. So I think he has to switch out here, and I'm just going to fire off a Will-O-Wisp with Corsola. I think getting a burn off on anything would be nice. Burning Stoutland would be perfect. I don't think he goes Cinderace here. If he does, I can just Strength Sap on it. But yeah, I'll get a burn on anything that he wants to go out into here, as it does end up being Tentacruel, which is fine. It's a little chip damage on Tentacruel. Little chip damage is always nice. So now here versus Tentacruel, I'm thinking, well, Kyurem has already been knocked off. So I feel like I can just go right back out into Kyurem on this Tentacruel because I don't think Tentacruel can do anything threatening to Kyurem. So I'm just going to bring out Kyurem again. It's not as valuable to keep anymore now that it has lost its Choice Scarf. So it's lost its Choice Scarf is not faster than Cinderace or Mismagius anymore. So I might as well get it in freely as much as I can so I can click Draco Meteor and claim my kills. So this is just a free switch in for Kyurem for me as he goes for knockoff again, which we eat because we already lost our Choice Scarf. And yeah, I can just freely fire off the Earth Power. I think I go for Earth Power here. I'm not sure. So yeah, he goes Mismagius here, predicting the Earth Power, as we do go for the Earth Power. So he makes a nice play, predicting the Earth Power, and gets the Mismagius in. So now Mismagius is here. I know it might have Dazzling Gleam, it probably will, but Umbreon is my dedicated answer to Mismagius, so I figure I'm just going to go into Umbreon and see what Mismagius wants to do. As we just see a Dazzling Gleam. It covers both the Kyurem and the Umbreon, so it's a good play, but we still eat that up because we're especially defensive. Um, I'm running like Wish, Taunt, Toxic, Crunch Umbreon this week, so it's not Heal Bell, it's not even Protect. I forget what I do here. Do I double out? I'm not sure. I think I just fire off Toxic. Or no, I wish. I wish here as he goes into Kyurem. So I want to get a wish up just to see what he wants to do. As he decides to go into Steelix. He goes into Steelix, not Kyurem. So right here, I have a wish up. I'm not sure what Steelix wants to do. I'm worried we might see the rest. He has brought Rest, Sleep Talk, Mega Steelix in the past. But Umbreon doesn't really want to stay in case he is like offensive and has something for it. I do want to keep Umbreon around and healthy for the Mismagius. I figure I can just go into Rotom Heat. Rotom Heat is my dedicated answer to this Steelix. It's physically defensive Rotom Heat, so I should take any attack it wants to go for. And I have the Wish up. So I'm just going to pull the switch into Rotom Heat here as I have the Wish up. He does Mega Evolve, and he goes for the Rock Slide, and it misses. The miss didn't really matter because I had the Wish up, so like even if that Rock Slide hit, like I'm physically defensive Rotom, so it wouldn't have done a lot of damage, and the Wish would have just healed me back up to full. So that miss didn't matter, and now I have Rotom Heat in at full HP. I don't have Will-O-Wisp. I have Overheat, Volt Switch, Defog, and Pain Split. So I'm just gonna fire off an Overheat here. If he wants to go into Tentacruel, so be it. But I'm just gonna fire off the Overheat as he does stay in. So I'm not gonna overpredict and try to Volt Switch. I'm just gonna Overheat because I'm ahead in position. So there's no reason for me to overpredict and lose my ground. So I am just going to Overheat in front of Steelix, and he might predict me to switch. He might predict me to think he's gonna switch and go for Volt Switch and stay in. I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna Overheat in front of Steelix, and that's going to be that. So Steelix is dead now on Rotom. Now, what does he bring out here? He brings out Tentacruel again. So Tentacruel, once again, is out on the Rotom Heat. It can go for Scald, but I just bring out Kyurem again. Like, every time this Tentacruel comes out, it's just a free opportunity for Kyurem to come out here. And you can see he goes for the Scald here, and that does pitiful damage. Like 11%. It does nothing. Like, and this isn't even like HP invested Kyurem. This is like max speed, max special attack mostly. Like maybe a little bit of HP. And so yeah, basically every time Tentacruel comes out, it's just a free opportunity for me to bring out Kyurem. And like this Tentacruel is supposed to be the Kyurem answer. No, this Tentacruel is just an invitation for me to bring out Kyurem. Okay. So now Kyurem's here. At this point, I forget if I go for Earth Power or Draco Meteor. I can just fire off attacks freely. He goes for the Ice Beam now. He switches it up, trying to do more damage. It does nothing. I go for the Draco Meteor here in case he decides to go into Mismagius again. So I'm just wearing down Tentacruel, and I figured I can just fire it off again. Even though I'm half special attack, like, I just got to get my damage in. He goes for Sludge Wave. It does a little bit more than Ice Beam. I'm not really sure why he went for Ice Beam there. Yeah, I don't really know why he went for Ice Beam there. But yeah, Sludge Wave does a little bit more. It's still not enough, though. It's still not enough to wear down this Kyurem. I don't even know what the EV spread on this Tentacruel was, but, you know, if it had more special attack, maybe it would have been able to take me out. But yeah, like, even with the special attack drop, I just want to get as much damage off with this Kyurem that I can. on this Tentacruel. So yeah, now at the end of this turn, I know Tentacruel is dead to burn, so I don't need to stay in on with Curum. I can preserve it and bring it out one more time on Stoutland if I want to. So I'm just gonna go Umbreon here and let this Tentacruel die to burn. I'm not gonna let Curum go down, potentially do a crit. So Umbreon eats that Sludge Wave for days. So yeah, Tentacruel's finally down. But he has only his fast stuff left. So we see Stoutland here come out. Now I'm thinking, okay, I have Corsola, which we know Corsola should easily be able to switch into Stoutland, no problem. But I want to get my Chestnut in safely. And I think if we sacrifice Umbreon here to a superpower, this is a perfect opportunity for me to get out my Chestnut, which we haven't revealed yet. So I'm actually going to purposefully sacrifice Umbreon here to the superpower, even though I could have gone Corsola and ate that up and gone for Will-O-Wisp and Nightshade and whatever strength set. We're going to sacrifice Umbreon, and now we're going to bring out Chestnut, because this Chestnut set is meant to catch him off guard. So the first thing that we do is we set up a substitute, and he does go Mismagius. So we're actually substitute Belly Drum Chestnut. So it's the sub, Belly Drum, Drain Punch, and Aerial Ace. And our item is Salac Berry. So when we get to 25% HP, we get a speed boost from Salac Berry. And so the way the set works is we set up a substitute that takes 1/4 of our health, and then we Belly Drum, that takes half of our health. Then we're down to 25% exactly to trigger the Salac Berry boost. So in order for this set to work, our HP number has to be exactly divisible by 4. So when we EV, that's important. So right here, I know that I can Belly Drum for free. I don't think this Mismagius, I know it has Dazzling Gleam. I'm just worried that maybe it's Choice Scarf, because if Mismagius is Choice Scarf, it'll still outspeed me after I get my speed boost. But either way, I just want to Belly Drum here because I got my sub up. So we see the Dazzling Gleam, it breaks the substitute, and then we go for the Belly Drum. It takes us down to 25%, and we eat our Salac Berry. So we're at exactly 25% now. We get the Salac Berry boost and the 4 times attack boost. So now, if Mismagius and Cinderace are not Choice Scarf, we're faster than them both, and we just kill everything. And that's pretty much what happens. So Mismagius is not Choice Scarf, we just kill it with Aerial Ace. And yeah, so he goes into Cinderace here. We're bulletproof, so we're actually immune to Pyro Ball. Sucker Punch is not going to do enough. He knows that he's not faster than this, and Drain Punch is going to get me all my HP back. And Chestnut comes in with the Belly Drum Salac Berry sweep at the end. So yes, I love Substitute Belly Drum Salac Berry set. It's so good, catches people off guard. Salac Berry is a really fun berry. Really fun berry. So yeah, had to hand it to MikeHaley there. You know, he fought hard, but it was not nearly enough. It was a clean, easy 5-0. I mean, I probably could have made it a 6-0 if I saved Umbreon, but I just wanted to get the Chestnut sweep. You know, and that's it. That's all it is. So yeah, that's the replay. I'll end it there. Thank you guys for watching, and see ya.